What's up, guys? We got a new project for you today. I think it's going to be a fun one. I'm excited for it. Something that you're not used to seeing on this channel, this type of vehicle. I don't normally work on these on this channel. I do work on these some off camera at one of my other jobs, but something you're probably not going to see on here much. But I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be something different, and this is going to be a flip vehicle, which I do every now and then, but I've only filmed one other one on the channel. If you go back, it was a Suburban, and we've done very well on that one. So we're going to try and repeat that success with this one, and I'm going to walk you guys through the whole process of what we paid for it, what we're going to do to it, and eventually when we sell it, and the profits that we're hoping to make on it. So let's go ahead and start checking it out, and I'll tell you guys kind of my plan on it, and we'll make a prediction, and we'll see if I'm right in the end. So follow along. Also, it's probably gonna be a long video. I'm just gonna let you know, because we'll try and document everything as best as I can. So this is an 06 F550 4-wheel drive with a 6.0. Unusual thing, if you noticed, it does have like a 450 bed on it that somebody put on there, which is pretty cool. I think that might add to the value because it's kind of unusual. Other than that, it does have high miles on it. It's got 392 on it, but this was a company vehicle, a fleet vehicle from a reputable local company, and it has been well maintained, well repaired. Up till just lately, the truck being older with a lot of miles, a few things they started band-aiding just to make it last a bit longer until they can get something newer to replace it with. Other than that, it runs and drives good. The AC doesn't work. The front forward drive doesn't work. The hubs don't lock in. The body is relatively clean. We're gonna have to paint the fenders on the back, do a little body work on those. I'm gonna replace the tailgate because it's in rough shape. And other than that, we'll just polish the paint up. I got a new grill and emblems since these are messed up. All this trim, all trim black, all this stuff. It's got new tires on it. They already put new headlights in it. It's gonna need some body bushings for sure. See, the body line's off and it rides really rough on the back. I'm gonna have to patch this up. It shouldn't be a big deal. I got new liners to go in here. I got some new lights for these. The inside's pretty clean, just needs to be cleaned up. The seats aren't even torn or anything. It's a filler panel they put in there because the 450 bed's not long enough for a 550 chassis, so they put this filler panel in here. I'm gonna have to body work and paint that, as well as this centerpiece. So I've got to replace the heater valve. It's leaking. I already bought one. It's like $9. No big. You got to fix the AC, but there are some positives. We got an EGR delete, EGR cooler delete, ARP head studs. They did just put a new alternator, 2 new batteries, new high pressure pump. Other than that, it runs good. We're gonna service it with the hubs. The wheel bearings got play, and apparently it wore the hubs out, so we're gonna be changing both of those, the hubs and the locking hubs. Let's look at the inside again. So it's got, I do like it's got the it doesn't have the bench in it. It's got a center console. It's in really good shape for a work truck with this kind of miles on it. So mainly just be cleaning the inside up. So down to business. The reason I bought the truck is because I thought it was cool, And I know these, you know, heavy duty trucks and the truck market's hot anyway. So we paid $5,000 for it. All right, and I'm already just starting this video. I've already ordered a bunch of parts. I'm already about 1,000 in parts. I feel like by the time I'm done, I'm probably about 1,500. So I'm thinking total investment is going to be about 6,500, and I'm gonna list it for 15,000. I'm thinking, I'm gonna try that, but I'm thinking 13.5 might be the magic number. So it's gonna put us at around a $7,000 profit. So I think it'd be worth, you know, it's worth doing. So let's see how that goes. Let me know if you're watching it right now what you think it'll bring, and then we'll see it then. So anyway, I'm gonna get to work. So we're gonna be doing maintenance on it to start with. So we got a air filter, fuel filters, oil. We've got new wheel bearing hub assemblies and new locking hub assemblies. And I noticed we had a coolant leak coming from the heater valve, so we got a new heater valve. So this should get our four-wheel drive stuff back fixed up. That should fix our coolant leak. We had the engine serviced, and engine-wise, we should be good. And so that's, you know, our main concern is well, engine and drivability-wise. We just jacked it up, got the wheel off. Yeah, this wore slam out. Look at that. Alright, so now we have our hubs repaired. So now we're moving on to the next step, which is going to be our body bushings. So I've already started on it, so let me show you what's involved in replacing them on this model. Starting with the back bushing, you have to remove the back seat. There's one bolt going down, other side another bolt. Get under our carpet, that plug, under that rubber plug is another bolt. Under the front carpet, I already got the plug removed, is another bolt. Okay, so right there where I'm pointing at, the front mounts. Let me try to get the light right. Okay, so yeah, there's a bolt on each side there as well. So I bought a complete kit with hardware, our bushings and everything. So I wanted to get one with the hardware in case I had to cut a bolt or something. I would have replacements. So basically how we're going to do it is we're going to loosen all the bolts. We're going to completely take out all the bolts on one side of the vehicle, jack that side of the cab up, replace them, and then do the same on the other side, and come back, tighten them all down. All right, till our body line's lining up, looking a lot better. Still got to tighten everything down, but already looking better. So next thing I'm going to do is move on to cosmetic stuff, and I think I touched on a little bit of what we're going to be doing, but the first thing is going to be repairing our fender here. So this is a plastic, as you can tell. So this is a plastic material, as you can tell. Is yellow, underneath, which makes me think it's probably like the, you know, some of the OEM bumper covers, like a urethane. I don't know, urethane is kind of hard to work with at some points, but we're gonna do the best we can and get this repaired up best we can. Okay guys, so at this point I pretty much coated the back side of like the cracks with our epoxy. I put a layer of mesh on and recovered it. I put a layer of epoxy down and started here in our back and here. Alright guys, hopefully you can hear me in here well. We've got the fans running, trying to get some airflow. It's really hot. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. I've been getting this thing taped and cleaned for about 2 hours. Anyway, we finally got it ready to start shooting some paint on it. I know we probably skipped out a couple steps, but if you remember, we patched this spot in the front. Got that where I'm happy with it. Just know this project, it's probably gonna be perfect, about 90%, which is all I'm going for. The truck's not perfect, okay? So no point in spending too much time. Just want to make it look good, which it will. So doing this part too. This part, both fenders. Yeah, we patched that. I had to fill in some spots up top where the sun had damaged it and it was really wavy. So that got glazed, primed, blocked. Same with this side. Primed, blocked. Brand new tailgate. I've already jammed the tailgate, painted the back side, so it's ready to go. So I've got everything cleaned with water-based cleaner, which I use glass cleaner. This one here. Then we come back after that with our solvent base. So we're ready to go. Everything is prepped. Based since it's a solid color and a white, you're good with 400. So everything's between 400 and 600, just depending on what I had on hand at the time. So we're gonna start shooting it. Gonna spray probably 3 coats of white base. So 1-to-1 base. I'm not gonna seal it, just 3 coats of white base. After that, we're gonna come back with 2 coats of clear, and then we're gonna let it ride out, and then we'll pretty much hopefully be done. The rest of the truck, we'll just polish it up, clean it up real good, and man, we'll be ready to go on this project. I know I missed out on some steps. I didn't want to make this into a full, just a painting video, because I've already got those videos. But and it's been hot. I get a little bit of time here and there. It's not really worth filming, and it kind of cuts into my productivity. So here we are. I'm gonna film a little bit of putting the base on, and I'll film a little bit of putting the clear on. That way you can get a kind of idea of what the process. So stick with me. I've been slacking on the videos of our progress, guys, but about to get started back on it. But so let me catch you back up to speed on where we're at. So we got our fenders painted, filler panel painted, all this stuff is dirty now, but our bodywork looks really good. I put LED lights there. It's dirty now, but I put these nice fender liners here. They're supposed to be bolt on, and of course I had to modify them. No biggie. Got a new gas, well, not new, but gas door painted, tailgate painted, and everything switched. Got it working like it's supposed to. We shall switch over our emblems. Yeah, got everything looking really good. So basically now what I want to do is, obviously you can see this is so shiny. There, this was just paint, is not in bad condition. But now we just want to bling this up, get it looking clean. So what I'm gonna do is, it's gonna take a long time to do this the whole vehicle, but I'm gonna do a really quick compound and polish. Not a show car job, nothing like that. We just want to bling it up, make it look presentable. So I'm gonna show you a little bit on the hood about how I do it. I've done full videos on this, but I'm gonna do a quick little video on it. Then I'll do the rest of the vehicle. Other than that, you know, we're gonna clean up our all this trim, make that look back good, and basically fix my AC issue that I hadn't even looked at yet, and we'll be done with this thing. So let's go ahead and get this start getting this paint cleaned up, and then see how it looks. Alright, so this is after a quick pass with just compound, and you can tell a huge difference even just from the fender to the hood, the fender to the hood. So see how cloudy that is compared to how clear that is. Alright, that's just quick, just one pass. So basically now we're going to do the exact same thing, but on the orange pad and with a polish. And again, this is not a show car paint correction. I hate that terminology from detailers, but because I do full buffs and polishes too, I paint cars, so that's part of it. But paint correction. But yeah, we're just cleaning it up. Used car lot special. No, I don't want to say that. Basically, we're just cleaning it up, shining it up. Looks good. I hit it with polish, and then we'll be done with this panel. We'll look at it, see if we're going to do the same process on the rest, knock that out, and then move on to the next thing. All right, here we go. So happy with that. Looks 10 times better. Again, you can see a big difference from the fender to the hood, fender to the hood, hood to the fender. All right, now we'll do the whole rest of the vehicle, save for at the top. All right, so that's the next thing to do. We'll knock that out, and then move on to there, restoring our trim, replacing our grill and emblem with a new one we have, polish up those fog lights, little stuff like that. All right, well, let's keep it moving. All right, so back on the Ford, I've got a lot of trim that's faded, so I'm gonna try something new. Usually I take this stuff off and I'll paint it with trim paint, and that usually works great. But this stuff's so old, especially like on here, I don't really want to risk taking it off and breaking any clips or anything. And if I can do something faster, then that's even better. So I'm gonna do a test piece here. Let's check out the product we got. So not sponsored or endorsed by them, it's just something I was recommended to try. So it comes with this. I've got a gray and black. We're doing the black. Comes with applicator, a rag. Basically it says wipe with rubbing alcohol, shake it, apply some to the surface to wipe off the excess. So to put a small amount on there and work it in. That's what we're gonna do. And it says you don't have to, like, I taped off around this, but it says you don't have to do that, because supposedly if you get it somewhere you don't want it, you can wipe it off. But, you know, trying to be proactive and not have to do that. Really not bad, I'll say. It looks like it almost kind of got some, I think maybe some of this is like where the plastic was scratched. It's almost like it kind of highlights that a little bit, but overall it don't look bad. I'm gonna go ahead and, I've already got the rest of it prepped out. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest. Here's the finished product. Went ahead and done the flare as well. I think it looks pretty good, real good for these flip jobs, what I'm doing here. So I still gotta do this fender flare as well. Let's see how that one looks. I'll also probably end up doing the running boards and the wiper cowl, and I'll end up painting these wiper arms. Might do the bed caps. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I'm happy with it. A fresh new OEM grill, OEM style grill, and I went with the black Ford emblem instead of the blue, just because I thought it would tie in together with all the black trim and everything. So little subtle stuff like that, I think, really makes a difference. Okay guys, so I made it to the end of the video. I tried to make it as short as I could while still putting most of kind of what we've done onto it. Under the last thing that I did record, but I lost the footage, was fixing the air condition, and it ended up being the clutch, the coil and the clutch for the compressor. We ended up just putting a whole compressor on it, and that fixed our problem. So I did not do a walk around the video once we were done. I think you pretty well got an idea what it looked like, but I'll put up a couple pictures real quick from the ad. That way you can get an idea of the finished product. So list this thing on Facebook and Auto Trader. I hate Facebook, but it's kind of one of the things, kind of inevitable when you're trying to sell things these days. So we ended up selling it on there. Somebody came about 2 hours away and got it. So I had it on the market about 3 months. I think it being a 550 kind of closed up a lot of, not a lot of people looking for a 550 opposed to a 2500, 1500, 3500. And the mileage ended up be kind of a turnoff, which I understand both of those, but we did sell it, and just took the right person to come along, and it's exactly what they were looking for. So our initial investment was 5,000, and we put around $3,000 in parts, maybe a little more. So we had a total investment of about $8,000, and a sale price of 12,500. I initially put 15 on it, and I dropped it to 14. Anyway, there at last, I just threw 12,500 on it, ready to get rid of it, and that's what it sold at. And so we had a profit of 4,500, which might sound like a lot, and still is $4,500, and that's still a good profit. But when I factor in, the amount man hours that I put doing all these repairs on it. Was it that much of a return? Not as much as I wanted, but it's still $4,500, so I ain't complaining. Um, so yeah, that's what we ended up with. Stuff I learned on this one. The heavy duty market, diesel trucks. I don't know. I'd rather stick with the light duty stuff. That's what I've had better luck with. But if the right deal comes around, I will still, look into it. I'm looking at anything that I can make a profit on. I hope you guys learned something on this. If there's any questions or anything you got as far as what we did on the truck, or some tips and tricks as far as buying and selling vehicles, let me know, and I'll get back to you. Any other pointers you got, anything else you want to see, let me know. Also, please feel free to check out our last flip video. It was a Suburban where we actually come out with a $12,000 profit on that. Which isn't typical, but that was a pretty cool deal. So you never know what you're getting into with these things, and it is a little risky sometimes, but I try to factor all it in the price when I'm buying these things. But yeah, that's what we ended up with, and so I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and appreciate you sticking around this long video, and we'll see you on the next one.